What is up, Quill Crew? Welcome back to Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Last episode, we finished up the Uber Commanders. And if we go to our extras and look at our statistics, we are 99%. So over 600 soldiers killed. Over 700 elite soldiers. Oh, okay. We had 321 pistol codes because I used my silencer. Wow. I 107 grenade kills. 125. Okay. Well, in this episode, we are just going to be going over the very last bits of the game. We have 2 more parks left, and I'm not ending the episode until I get said parks. Or until I won't have time. If this goes on for an hour, then that's what's going to happen. But if not, perfect. This is me testing out how long this would go for, in a sense. Because I am trying to finish Wolfenstein 2 today. Because I have 2 episodes left. The, going over all of the extras here. Because, oh boy, we have a lot. That's next episode, the finale. And then it's this one. We need to get 18 more kills. And a whole bunch more for this one. Which I have a strategy for that if I still have the save. This is like 3 days later. I took like a 3-day break from the game. I binged the hell out of this game. Like, it started off slow. And then I just started playing it constantly. And half of these things I had to edit together. Oh! Okay, that is not the state I was thinking. Oh boy. I may not have the save I'm looking for. I guess we'll see if we have it right here or not. That would benefit me a lot if it's the one I'm thinking it is. Because, no, it is the harbor district, okay. Some of that was a blur. Okay, I'm gonna save in this. I don't know where that other guy came from. I don't recall that. Interesting. Do they count that? It's not... Kill him? Oh yeah, that's totally fun and fair. What was that? I think that was a bud. Okay, that one finally counted. Dear God. Wow, that's not fair. Maybe I used to do it from a distance. Maybe that would help a bit more. They just... Oh my God. If you just watch what's happening, they just spawn in. Doing this for like 8 minutes. Bring them on. my god, are you kidding me? I'm just having trouble, man. Oh, that's why the dog found me in that one part. Because it followed my scent. I just need about 19 more. That looks so silly. Alright, we're loading this one more time. Oh, it was like over 4 days ago. Of course, the motherfucker. Oh, screw it, I'm using my shotgun ammo. Oh my god, ugh. The guy comes up from behind and then like 3 more guys spawn. You know, actually, that can benefit me, actually. Okay, so they can just drop down. I'm just gonna load this one. No, that would be Friday. Hmm. Well, it could be different for you. Could be the same. That's fully sure. To be fair, the grenade thing that we're about to do, I've heard different, like, people have had different things. I do have my other puck, right? I was supposed to go, wait, what? Why is it done? It was this one. So it's just mayhem, which is funny because half the time I went with either stealth or mayhem. I only got most of these by... This is the only one I got throughout my main campaign without grinding. Because I had to spawn... I had to, like, camp kill. Not camp... It's like, I saved and then killed an enemy and then reloaded to save for this one. I got this one by the diesel weapon because I picked one up in, like, New Orleans, actually. That's actually funny. Well, I can now save over the harbor district. Oh, right, okay. I like how they have signs and sets up for whose room is whose. Oh, do I have full ammo?
Hey, saludos.
I am still proud that I somehow managed to have the top score in the shooting range. I do like how she has the lowest score, but has the best score in the kill house.
I heard we take over Ausmerzer.
Well, I have the best one here. I'm third from the bottom.
What we will be able to do.
I can do this. Without looking. Haha! Yes! Grace is the only one we see post-game, and I don't like that. Alright, first up, Eve's Hammer. Great! I like it. A little confusing. Stuff is blocked off for a bit until you play a bit more. Waswell. Ah, the underground district. I will call that being a pain in the ass. Downtown district. This one is one of the lucky ones to camp for Uber Commando kills. If you want the fastest one, though, that's in Manhattan. We'll get to it in a minute. With the main level isn't an issue. It's the Uber Commando I do not like. The wall was fun. I think I had some issues with the ghetto, but not a ton. Lakeview was the interesting one, and then the Bineville Street. Oh, that one. Oh, Christ. We have Manhattan. I thought the Harbor District was alright. Subway can be a pain. The alligators got me both times. Nuclear bunker. Interesting. Not as bad as the other one on the ground. Ruins. That's where I camped the walker, take them because there's two guys. And then penthouse. This is the best place to camp the Uber Commando cards. I did not like this. And granted, the biggest issue was I could not see almost anything. That was my biggest issue I had with this. And we had Venus. The fact that you can get past that whole room without fighting a single enemy is actually hilarious. I like that. The first half of this was fun. The second half was more of a pain. And this one was just confusing to navigate. But we are going back to this district for our last few grenade kills. And then the rest of this episode is us us doing random what up? The rest of this episode is us just trying to find something out. Because I picked up helmets. I don't think it tells you how many helmets you picked up. I'm just gonna... So how many was that? Hey, I can't fit two that time. Look at that. If I time it right, I can get about 4 kills. I'll have this after this one, technically. If I'm lucky. This is why I saved right here. Oh, no, I miscounted. Eh. If it counts those two guys correctly, the next rotation, once I take them out, I will get it. You want to try and do this at the very end of the game, solely because by then you have you should have all the upgrades like I do, which benefits. Give me a minute, hang on. What? Okay. Max all pucks. A boo-yah. And now I'm just gonna exit district. Later, suckers! I do like how there's like 3 different transportations. You have the submarine, the helicopter, and the UFO. I am gonna be sharing my thoughts about like the gold and concept art and such, and I guess it's star cards. I don't know if they're real people or not. I'm not that knowledgeable and stuff like that. Just gonna make my save in here. I want to load. I think it's this one. Oh, screw it. If I can't get one, I'll just make a new one. Ah, perfect. It is the one I was thinking of. Okay, so I'm just gonna make my save on this one so I know it's this one's exactly. Oh, I got stuck. Basically, the rest of this episode is just us doing this. I guess I can give my full final thoughts while we're doing this. Basically, it's like 30 minutes. We will go until either I get the trophy or the episode's done. How about that? So yes, this was Wolfenstein 2. I missed one helmet, but that's not super important. I'm trying to go for the 1,000 helmet pickup, and I picked up quite a few, so I just told you how many, but let me actually just check one thing real quick. Hang on, because I'm not gonna be looking away until I'm done with either this episode or. Oh my god, I keep getting stuck. Oh my god. Why do I keep getting stuck over here? I mean, it's missing the one isn't the issue. It's just, I want to know why. I was not the biggest fan of the ending of Wolfenstein 1. Or the New World, or whatever you want to call it, because it's actually not the first Wolfenstein, but it's like a reboot. And, I liked that they opened up this game as a continuation to the first one. It makes it feel like an actual sequel, and then it cuts ahead because, I mean, you're dying. They made that clear that you're dying from the beginning. But, it picking up where the New Order ended made me really happy. And it, the story was a bit more crazy than the first one. I'll say that straight up. Well, if I managed to pick up that last one, I would have gone online. They brought back the jet. Well, she who must not be named, back. This time as the main villain. Which, good on ya. Made a side antagonist from the last game, the villain. Oh my god. When they eventually release Wolfenstein 3, I will be doing it. For sure now. At this point, it's like, you can't just do... You can't just do, like, one game in a series and then not do the rest. Like, especially if it has a main sequel. Like, I can't just do Mass Effect, do Batman Arkham Asylum, and then skip City and go right to Night. It makes me more happy to be able to give my thoughts on a story as it progresses through sequels. Also because sometimes the sequels help with issues. One of my only complaint, it is a big one, to be fair, but this game felt more brutal than it needed to be. Like, sometimes there's a bunch of enemies. A lot more heavy enemies that took a lot more things to take out. Like, straight up, at the final boss fight, I started it, thought that was it, and then those two big enemies dropped down. And it's just, oh, Jesus. Because, I never saw the ending. And then, you saw that. You know why the credits seemed to cut off? It's because I went over. I legit went over because that's how long the final fight took me, over an hour. And that's not me joking. I legit had to come up with different strategies. At one point I was just dodging and weaving. You know why I'm not doing this on the hardest difficulty? Because I'm not insane. There's a reason why I never platinum Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. People said that, it was harder than Crash Bandicoot 1 to platinum. I platinumed that game and it was the worst one of the three. Like, the only thing stopping me from outright doing a Crash Bandicoot series on my channel is that I would have to try to do the time trial relics. I don't want to have to do them again. I hated them. They were so bad. So bad. And then they fixed them and but still, they were not fun in the first game. I mean, in Wolfenstein 1, you could get the hardest difficulty trophy by playing on 999 mode, which was actually fun. Like I said, I enjoyed it. There's a whole reason why I did the whole game again. To be fair, if you look at it in that mindset, this is like, that was like what, 25 episodes? This is like 7 more. This is a fact. It was been over 10 episodes longer than Wolfenstein 1. And to be fair, "22 episodes was to the main story." I mean, you can even see it. The episode after was just the final cutscene in the credits, and then escalate from there. This is what every guide I read said to do. For the sole reason, it's the fastest. You get 8 to 9 helmets every time you load, and 8 times 10 is 80. Do that 80 times, 800, etc. Get some 9s in there. And hopefully by the end of this, because I've been picking up helmets too, like I have like 20 minutes left, so I mean, I'll make sure I get done what I want to say before I'm out of time, just in case this thing ends suddenly. But like, this is just crazy. We went to Venus, and I know we go to the moon in the first one, but you go to Venus in this game. And you also meet someone I'm not saying the name of. I don't care if it's awkward that I'm not talking about it. I'm saying this right now. When I get nervous or talk about something a bit more like that, I can make jokes, because when I get nervous, I try and find humor and stuff to not be as, like, the tension's not as thick. And you should not be making jokes about stuff like this, man. That's why I'm glad most of the humor in this series is for me doing insane stuff I didn't think I could do. Sometimes I even did stuff I wasn't supposed to do. I even managed to glitch into a wall. And yes, that actually happened. I used my Battle Walker upgrade, went through the ceiling, and I had to reload my save. I think Youngblood is like a sequel to this, which is set after Wolfenstein 3, which... I'm sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure you messed up on your timeline here. You're supposed to make a game like Youngblood after Wolfenstein 3. Because narratively, it makes more sense then. Because we have the, not the Battle Walker, the ramshackles. We generate armor by 25. So for example, I pick up one of these, it won't stop till it's 25. So it's like it stops at 25, 50, 75, 100. So I mean, it doesn't save you that much time because you can even see I can go through like 2 or 3 of these in like a minute. And that's not counting the helmets I picked up beforehand. I believe it said this counts. So I guess we'll see. I mean, the only thing I would say change when you guys make Wolfenstein 3, make it slightly less difficult. Because, dear God. Either that or don't have a trophy related to the mode where if you die, you restart the whole game. Yeah, that's what the hardest mode is, and there's a trophy for beating that mode. There's a reason why I didn't do that. It's one thing if you can save, and if you manage to save, you can load from that save. But you only have one save, so you want to make sure you save wisely. Because, for example, like, oh, you're in the middle of a fight, and you save and then die. That's your save. So you either restart the whole thing, or you try and walk from that save. Because I was playing on, they call me Taylor Billy, and I was struggling. And a part of that is because I played the first one, obviously. This is not recorded before the first one. Did I miss one helmet? I'm actually curious about this one. I think I missed the one over here, didn't I? I did. That one's the one I either missed that one or the one at the very end. Like, I remember we go through the beginning, and I go to that room with the chair, and there's just that thing of all those readables, and it threw me off so much. And then I realized, oh, it's from the airship, because you can't pick those up later. And every collectible you're able to pick up no matter what. No collectible is missable, I believe, if what I read was correct. So, take that for a grain of salt, granted. But I do like if you are careful and thinking, you could stealth through a lot of this game. So I do need to preface this. What is the promotional art for this game? It's her licking his face. I can't remember her name because it's like it's a German name. Ingo. It's her licking Blazkowicz's face. Like, the 3 most images I have seen from this game is either him walking over a pile of bodies, BJ, her about to kill him, or have him on his knees, or her licking his face. And every time I see him, I'm just like, what the hell is that? Again, I don't have an issue for being the villain because it makes the games feel more connected as a story. It's like what Mario and Luigi did for the first 3 games. You had, Superstar Saga have Farfar as a minion. And then Bowser's Inside Story ties it together, but that's what makes Partners in Time more of an issue. It's the outlier of the 3. Because Farfar only has a cameo in that game. And yes, it does set up Bowser's inside story, but trying to think of a game where there's like a true story for a character, where they're like the villain the whole time, and then like the final game of their story has them. I got nothing. I mean, at the time of recording this isn't going up to the end of the year. This is the middle of the year. I'm recording these ahead of time. I want to be ready. I missed 2 helmets. I almost missed 2. Sometimes my health just gets shredded in this game. I mean, playing on the harder difficulty and the game being more difficult isn't an issue, exact. But this just felt like they were spiting the players when they did it. I guess we'll find out about that theory by the end of this episode or not. I remember when I was in the Uber Commando for the New Orleans level where I struggled. The one with the street and that giant sewer. The one I think that there was supposed to be one that Manhattan was a part of it, and then later it's like, no, it wasn't. I remember I just decided to just go Leroy Jenkins on everything. And then the giant robot dog started coming down the stairs, and it's like, oh crap, I did not plan this. I almost died in that one too. I don't care if you have an issue with me saving all the time. It's because this game was so brutal. I didn't trust what was around every corner. It's like playing Resident Evil 2. Every time you turn a corner, something could be there and it can kill you. And now, I'm not comparing it to Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 sucks and I'm dying on that hill. People I've talked to even agreed that the first one isn't good because of the camera. And that's mainly my issue. I tried playing it, and that was the worst part because I can't aim. In a shooting game, you need to have a reticle for where you're aiming. Because you can't just go around based on camera. For the sole reason it screws you. You know, I think I can't remember now because the Xbox I had doesn't work anymore. I think I beat Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on the hardest difficulty. It wasn't fun, your health also dies, but the difference between that and this one is you don't reset the game when you die! It's like a speed running challenge. If I die, it's like a challenge. If I die once, I reset the game. Like, oh, can you 100% every Mario 3D platformer? And if you die, you reset the game. You reset from the beginning. Like, you get to the very end of Sunshine, you die, and then you have to start over again from Mario 64. It's basically that. Of course, if the Mario 3D, that one may not be as bad. To be fair, that might be a fun challenge. Can you beat a Mario 64 game without dying once? If you die, you reset. And then you get to, you have the floodless levels. Well, not even the floodless levels, just the levels where it's like you do a bunch of challenging platforming. And then in Mario Galaxy, you have instant death stuff. To be fair, I don't think I could do any of those. Except maybe Mario 64. And that's if I play super cautiously. And even then, Rainbow Wide would be the one that F's me. We have about 8 minutes left. I know it seems like I've gotten frustrated at this game. I get frustrated for a lot of games I play. I mean, look at my Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order series. Dear God, that one. Based on mood, that is like the one where I legit lost my mind for no reason. I will say this, as by the very end, I am actually proud of that final boss fight. It took me 4 tries, which I thought it would take longer because people even said that it was a hard fight. I remember I had that one other fight, that Fallen Jedi. That was not like a Sith or something. I almost died at the very end. That was one of the most hilarious moments. And then you had the time where I realized, and this actually happened, if you guys remember my Wolfenstein 1 series. I had to, replay the level. Because I had an issue with the recording. What happened was if you start recording and you press the share button and the menu pops up, you need to stop the video. Because if you don't, then what happens is you lose that video. The same thing happened with my Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order series. The one where you fight the giant monster on Darth Maul. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm back. That giant beast on Darth Maul. I finished the episode, mispressed, and then, lost the episode. And so guess what I had to do? Because I was not risking doing the whole thing, finishing the game without that episode, and then mixing up the recording, which still happened, because I think I still uploaded the videos out of order. I restarted the game and got back up to the point where I was at. We also had, me having to bite the bullet. I asked twice on Reddit for help with, Sympathy of the Night. For the sole reason I didn't know where to find those last rooms I was missing. And I didn't want to spend 20 years looking for the one missing room. Thankfully, people pulled through for me super quickly, and I was able to get that done. But, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this, seriously. Oh, maybe when the time comes, Youngblood will get a series. Whether that be after Wolfenstein 3 comes out, or before that, because screw it, I want to do it. I'm hoping Wolfenstein 3 kind of like kicks off where the second one ended. Okay. To be fair, this game cuts ahead like several months after the end of the first one, because they showed what happened at the very end of the first one. Showed that everyone was not willing to blow up the compound with William missing. They came back for him. I mean, go back and watch how I did the final boss of this game. I literally just kept charging up that giant gun and firing it at them. Because they were brutal with damage. This was a chaotic game. But that's it for this episode of Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. Next time is the final episode, guys. Where we'll be looking over every collectible in full. I can give my thoughts on it. Alright? I'll see you guys then. Oh my god, I got it! This is time 2! Look at that. Alright, thank you guys for watching this episode of Wolfenstein 2, and I'll see you guys next time for the finale.